Hi everybody, and welcome to the Good Woo and happy full moon to you. Now, this full moon is particularly powerful because it's a super moon. This will be our most powerful full moon of the year. And if you know anything about cosmic weather or astrology, you will know that this is in the sign of Libra, which is the sign of balance. Now, Libra is ruled by Venus. And this is where we want to lean in when it comes to this full moon energy. So Venus is the energy, the planet, the archetype of love, of pleasure, of art, of partnerships, and money as well. So right now, Venus is in the sign of Gemini. So technically, this moon is going to feel a lot like Gemini energy, which is reading, writing, technology, your community, your siblings, friendships, the talking, the thinking, the reading. And there is an aspect with this full moon that challenges the full moon because it's in a square to Uranus. So for those of you who don't know much about astrology, Uranus is the planet of the aha moment, the lightning bolt strike, the earthquake energy. It's the sudden, fast change or disruption. So how I interpret this moon is basically a mind on overdrive, on overstimulation, where the thinking, the stimulation, the technology, it could cause you to feel overwhelmed at this point. And the best way to combat this intense mental energy and overexcitement, and it could just be just enough excitement, but you know, excitement with its breath held turns into fear and anxiety. So my recommendation for this lunation, like the next 3 days as it builds and sort of ends and shifts, allow it to illuminate where in your body you need to breathe into. Like, where are you tense? Where does all this overstimulation sit in your body? You know, for me, it hits me here. So the idea is to breathe into the part of your body where you're feeling this holding in tension because you're being overstimulated. And to breathe into it at a 4 count. Inhale 4. Hold 2, exhale 4. And I would recommend exhaling out the mouth to get rid of some of this static. So it may not even feel like tension as much as it will feel like this sort of this staticky, disruptive energy. But now once you can clear that and breathe into it and ground yourself, you know, in the meditations I'm teaching, the grounding cord technique, where you send in your mind's eye a cord down into the center of Mother Earth. And then you sort of let all the dross and that static or the density go down into the tube, into the center of the planet. This visualization can be really helpful right now too. Now, another thing that would be really helpful right now is to really like turn off the phone, which is so ironic because you're going to be seeing this on your phone. But to turn off the phone, turn off the computer, say, no, I can't come to the Zoom meeting today. And to just really turn off the technology for even if it's an hour. That is going to do so much good right now to just cleanse and clear and allow you to access the energy of what full moons bring us. What full moons do is really reveal where we need to let go. They reveal where there are culminations or endings. And with this particular full moon, if you watch the weekly woo and the extended weekly woo, which is now on Patreon, you'll know that this is a time where a lot of grief is really going to be shown to us. Some of it may be new grief, but a lot of it old. And this moon, the light of the moon, sheds light on it. It illuminates it. It exposes the grief, the really intense, deep feelings that need to be let up. We can't do that when we're feeling staticky and frenetic with all of the mental buzz. The way we do that is by getting into our body And that takes stillness. That takes focus. And that takes discipline to be like, okay, I'm turning the phone off. I'm turning the iPad off. I'm turning the TV off. I'm telling my kids, no, I need 10 minutes. So this is my recommendation for the full moon. Take a break from technology, center, ground yourself, breathe into the deep feelings that want to be exposed so that they can leave. That's why we draw attention to them, so that they can pass on through. And I highly recommend, if this is speaking to you, go check out the weekly woo that's on the IG page. But also, if this is speaking to you, go to the extended on Patreon. This is where I'm going to be doing longer readings, both for the weekly woo and the weekend woo, and then some other stuff on cosmic weather like this, which is a little bit more jargony. So we're called to allow the moon, which is a part of our realm, it's a part of our consciousness, a part of our experience, when it comes to fullness, to illuminate the emotional baggage that we need to honor, acknowledge, feel in the body, and then let go, so that we have clarity on the other side of the moon. Clarity to make the best choices for these great changes that are affecting all of us. So happy full pink supermoon in Libra. Honor yourself today by looking at art. If you are going to be on the phone, follow some, Instagram accounts or Twitter accounts, or learn about art, fine art, modern art. Learn about Venus today. What is this archetype of Venus, Aphrodite, the goddess of love and money? And this is also a time to really give thanks for that which you do have, for the money you do have, for the resources you do have, for the friends you do have, for the pleasure you are experiencing. Because let's be honest, I don't know about you guys, I'm not one of the essential workers out there right now. I am at home, and I exist in really comfy clothing right now, and that's pleasurable for me to be living in sweatpants without apology, and to let this sense of what is beauty really shift and change. I'm not coloring my hair anymore, and there's nothing to prove now, and to really relax into that. And can you find pleasure in that as we all settle in? So I hope this was helpful. Please subscribe, follow the YouTube channel, of course. Head over to Patreon, patreon.com/thegoodwoo for the weekly extended. And if you know of people who have eyes to see and ears to hear this kind of message, please send this on to them. Because right now, it's all about sharing the toolbox as we traverse this momentous change in our lives. Thanks so much, everyone.